Hi, Bhoo Crew. Welcome back. Mrs. Bouchon, music teacher.
Laura Bouchon, non-music teacher, but in kindergarten, I guess.
Non-music teacher, but she's in kindergarten. She just turned
6 on April 9th.
She just turned 6 years old. So she's going to help us today, even though you're in 4th grade. If she can do this, then you definitely should be able to do this. Today we're going to start working on some syncopation. Keep this out of the way, please. Syncopation. And syncopation is that weird offbeat rhythm, and we tried working on it a little bit at the beginning of the school year with Shake the Papaya Down, if you remember that from the beginning of the school year. And this rhythm is created when we separate those eighth notes, and that gives it that offbeat feel, again, called syncopation. Yep. So we're going to perform this rhythm, which is ti-ta, ti-ta, ta, and I want you to practice it with me. Yes. Okay, she's talking about spelling, but right now we need to do the video. Yeah. So anyway, syncopation, ti-ta, ti-ta, ta, and I'd like you to perform that with me. Ready, set, and here we go. Ti-ta, ti-ta, ta. Try it one more time. Ready, here we go. Ti-ta, ti-ta, ta. Clap it with me. Here we go. Ti-ta, ti-ta, ta. Play it on your head. Ready, here you go. Ti-ta, ti-ta, ta. One more time on your legs. Ti-ta, ti-ta, ta. And we are going to play that every page we turn in this book, which is Edward the Emu.
That's what it's called.
It is written by Sheena Knowles. I love this book. It's illustrated by Rod Clement. And it's all about Edward the Emu. You see him here. And if you look, he is very bored.
He looks really bored.
He does.
He looks sad and bored.
You might be able to relate being stuck in your house. Just like Edward the Emu, he is super bored.
Yeah, I'm really bored too when we were delivering my birthday stuff, I was going to people's houses and I got to see him, but I didn't get to touch him or play with him.
Okay, moving on. Anyway, Edward the Emu, he's very bored, and if you look, this is what he does in the book when he, wants to get away from his boredom. So, Edward the Emu, again, at the end of every page when we turn, we're going to play ti-ta, ti-ta, ta, but instead you can change the words to the title, which is Edward the Emu, and it's the same rhythm. Edward the Emu. So here we go. Oh. Here he is. Ready? It goes like this. Edward the Emu was sick of the zoo. There was nowhere to go. There was nothing to do. And compared to the seals that lived right next door, well, being an emu was frankly a bore. Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu. We're going to do it 4 times just like that. Next page. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from his pen and he laughed as he said, "The seals are the best anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll be a seal as well." Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu. Ready? The next morning at 9 when they opened the zoo, the seals were swimming and Edward was too. He dived in the water and basked in the sun, and he balanced a ball on his beak just for fun. Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu. That's keeping a steady beat. You got it. Edward the Emu.
That was on the video.
Yep. I'm sorry. Well, Edward was really enjoying the day till he overheard someone behind the fence say, "The seals are always amusing, it's true, but the lion's the best thing to see at the zoo." Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from the pool and he smiled as he said, "The lion's the best anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll be a lion as well." Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. Very good. The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the lions were roaring and Edward was too. He snarled at the ladies and growled at the men. Life was certainly grand for a lion in his den. Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. Well, Edward was having a wonderful day till a man in the crowd had the gumption to say, "The lion's a beast I shall always detest. The snakes are the things I like to see best." Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward crept from the cage and he grinned as he said, "If snakes are the best things and that's what they say, then tomorrow I'll be a snake for the day." Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the snakes were all hissing and Edward was too. He slipped round the rocks, it was magic to see, then he curled himself casually up round a tree. Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. Good. Well, Edward was just warming up for the day when he overheard one of the visitors say, "The snakes are impressive, I know that it's true, but the emu's by far the best thing at the zoo." Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. Very, very good. "The emu!" gasped Edward. "My goodness, that's me. I'm the thing that gentleman most likes to see. Not the seals, the lions, the snake, and the rest. It's Edward the emu they like to see best." Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward slipped from the cage and he laughed as he said, "If the emu's the best, well, that's easy then. Tomorrow I'm Edward the emu again." Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. Edward ran to the place where he used to reside, but oh, what a shock when he clambered inside. He found himself suddenly come face to face with the emu they'd bought in to take Edward's place. Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. Very good. The emus considered each other a while when the new emu said with a shy little gentle smile. Hello, I'm Edwina. It's nice to meet you. You're the best thing I've seen since I came to this zoo. Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu, Edward the emu. So a little bit of practice on tee-ta, tee-ta, ta, a little syncopation with Edward the emu. As a bonus challenge, if you'd like, you can rewind this video all the way back to the beginning and listen to me reread it and see if you can play Edward the emu through the entire thing, even while I'm reading. Dun, 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 dun. It's really hard, but give it a try. This is the Bhoo Crew signing off.
Wait a second. In the video twice, I think I hit him.
Okay, bonus challenge also. Go back and see if you can try and find her animal. Okay, have a great day. Bye.